Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Locke in Your Success Options Trading for Income Weekly Update. This is an early update for February 23rd. I'm doing this on February 20th because I will not be around at that time. So it's going to be short and quick here. I'll show you what happened to the positions. I'll show you the new positions we opened up, and then we'll just move forward from there. So before we get going, we would just like to remind you that the presentation is for educational purposes only. We're not broker-dealers or financial advisors, and we're not making any specific trade recommendations. Also, please note that the risk in trading can't be substantial, so please be aware of all your risks prior to placing any trades. And also, the results and or trades here are computer simulated results, and they're believed to be as accurately represented as possible. However, live results may vary. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube or some other venue, please come on over to our website, check out our programs. We have the M3, the Bearish Butterfly, the Rock, the M21, and our trading triangle, as well as one-on-one coaching programs. Become part of our inner circle, join our mailing list, get your free report, 7 Secrets to Becoming a Successful Trader, and you can sign up for this free weekly webinar. Also, stay tuned for our programs currently under development. We have the super simple spread trades coming out in April of 2015 with SMB. And I also have the Advanced Position Management Live Seminar, which I'm really excited about. We're going to be hosting here in New Hampshire, May 18th and 19th, 2015. We will have the sign-up form out to you in the first week of March. So we're all set to go with that. We have the dates confirmed. We're good to go. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and feel free to email me, although I probably won't get back to you until the first week in March anyway. And then after that, we're going to be focusing on the trading triangle program, making that streamlined and getting more people involved with that, because I have a lot of demand for that. And of course, I'm being only one person, I can only get so many people in at once. All right, so let's move on to what's going on with the positions. So if you remember last week, we were talking about the M3 trade, and I was basically saying I was just going to close this if the market looked like it was going to go up on Monday. Technically, through a guideline standpoint, this is due to be rolled up. Realistically, there's absolutely no time value in anything here to be able to roll this up. This is essentially telling me a couple things. First of all, no one at all is concerned with the market coming down. And that being the case, the market's probably going to grind up into expiration, which it actually ended up doing. And probably wouldn't have done a whole lot better anyway, even if we stayed in it and tried to fight this thing. So I just went ahead and closed this out, and the final numbers for the M3 here was about 24.50, which is just under 5%. Decent month. It would have been nice to do better, but it was a decent month, and we're happy with that. The only other February trade we had open at the time was the February V Condor, which ultimately expired. This trade here was looking like this. Essentially, we're just kind of waiting for it to expire. It did expire at the $4,669 profit, and that concluded all our trades for February, as the Rock trade and the Bearish Butterfly were already closed earlier in the month. As far as what we had on for March, here we have our March M3. If you remember right, we had 13 butterflies here at 1160. We had done earlier in the month 1160, 1170 verticals, and this is the position we were in. We're currently more than 10 points over our long strike. Do we have to roll at this point? Not necessarily. As long as we can hold our Vega numbers, it's pretty much okay, but I went ahead and rolled it because that was the basic guidelines. So if we come to the end of the day, you can see I rolled this up to 1180 short strikes with 13, 1180, 1190 verticals. We're minus 42 delta, and we have a position that looks like this. So we're right at the edge of the tent. Everything's fine. We got a continued up move on Wednesday. What I did I started, which actually created a delta problem outside the tent. So instead of doing more verticals, because I'm oversized in the butterflies, I just sold off one butterfly spread combo. So it was actually as a broken wing condor. So we sold one 1130, 1180, 1190, 1230 broken wing condor. Thursday, again, I ran into another delta issue. So I sold one more of those condors off. And as of right now, Friday morning, this is the position we sit in. Possibly we might end up doing some sort of adjustment by the end of the day. We'll wait and see. But as of right now, this is our position here. If we want to know our basic profit and loss number, that should come in at about plus $780. This is what our current position looks like now. If we start pushing over 1240, we're going to have to do another roll up. Otherwise, we'll just kind of control this with the verticals on the upside. That is that trade. As far as our other trade that was open for March, we had our March V Condor open, which actually thus far has had no adjustments. We'll take a look at that. Here is our current March V Condor position. Very nice environment for V Condor, just a nice slow grind up. If the market slowly grinds up, that's one of the bonus months we get here. If the market movement to the upside picks up, then we'll have to start making adjustments, and that'll knock our profits down a little bit. And of course, if we back off, then we'll have to deal with this V if we get all the way back in here. But as of right now, this is what our position looks like. So very happy with that. And we have our March Bearish Butterfly. If you remember when we were talking with the Bearish Butterfly on our last update on Monday morning, I said on Tuesday I was going to roll the position. So let's take a look at where we were Friday. This is what the position looked like here. Remember, we were borderline with our delta theta ratio. Actually, it looks like we're close here, but we were definitely more or less kind of due for a roll even there. Therefore, on Tuesday, I ended up doing that roll. I took our 1160s all the way up to 1220, and the position looked like this. And then, of course, we had continued up move, but nothing as far as adjustments goes. So if we come here Friday morning, thus far, we're sitting here at 1-to-1 delta theta ratio. We haven't quite exceeded our 1230 area, which is another mandatory roll area. So we'll take a look at that. If that occurs towards the end of the day, probably not today. I won't do it today. I'll be too busy. But if we're over that on Monday morning, we'll go ahead and make this roll at some point on Monday. So that is the Bearish Butterfly for March. We also opened a rock trade. So if we take a look at the March rock trade, I came in here, did my entry test on Wednesday, ended up having a M3 entry once again. So we're still market makers and the participants in the market are still concerned with a fairly large market move. Therefore, we went into a 1200 M3 trade for our rock position. And this is currently what this looks like. So nice looking here. Obviously, if the market gets up into the 1260 range or so, then we'll be converting this over. I really don't expect that to happen this month, so this will probably be traded out as an M3 trade. That's where we're sitting there. We have now discussed all the March trades as far as I believe. Let's see, we did the Bearish Butterfly, we did the M3, we did the Rock, we did the V Condor. So we got all our March butterflies, all our March positions covered. We also entered some April positions because it is 56 days to expiration. So we entered a April V Condor. So we'll take a look at the April V Condor. This here, I'm going to have to go to a live position to do that because I just entered that now just a few minutes ago. Let me go into our matrix. Here's what we did for an April V Condor. We sold our 1110s. We sold our 1320s. We bought a straddle at 1220. And this is what the current position looks like here. So that's where we're starting off our April V Condor. If we take the other things we opened up here, we opened up our April M3 trade. Did that with 12 butterflies at 1200, straight butterflies here. And again, we're a little elevated in size with the butterflies because of the volatility levels in the market right now. And I bought this call at 1080 to give us a position that's going to look like this. So nice flat T plus 0 line. I do like the entry here. And then we also have an April Bearish Butterfly, last but not least, which is just the straight butterfly at 1200. and this position comes in at about a 990 cost and minus 84 delta, 70 theta. Those are actually some pretty good numbers. I like entering a butterfly, bearish butterfly with those numbers. It usually works out pretty well. So here's our entry position for the bearish butterfly. So all it looks good. If we take a look at our results for February, we'll just quickly. We have a bearish butterfly came in. It was closed at reduced profit target, 21 days to expiration, 16.5% profit. Puts us slightly positive for the year, for a very bullish start off for the year anyway. And we have our M3, which was 9.6% in January, 4.9% in February, so we're up 14.5% for the year, very good. We have our rock trade, which came in at 9.4% in January and 21.1% in February, at 30.5% for the year. And the V trade has been doing exceptionally well this year so far, with a 6.1 and a 9.3. That's better than average for 15.4. So that's what we're looking at for so far for our closed January and February trades. We will keep you updated with how March goes. Have a great week next week, and I'm going to be back with you first Monday in March for the next trade update. Thanks, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.